having a girlfriend will ruin your SMMA, will ruin your online business, and I do not recommend any young man to look for that. I try and I urge you to be. After I broke up with my girlfriend, I was able to take pictures like this, and soon you'll be able to as well once you break up with your girlfriend. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a bit of perspective and a bit of insight onto whether or not having a girlfriend can actually be beneficial for your SMA. As we know, there's plenty of people out there who suggest that having a girlfriend or having their partner beside them is the only reason why they reach success. And then there's other individuals like Justin Waller who suggest that having a girlfriend is one of the stupid things you could do, especially as a young man in their 14 to 25 trying to build a big business. And today I'm going to share my insight onto whether or not I think you should or should not have a girlfriend, because this is a question I actually had to ask myself not too long ago, because all my friends were asking me, hey Stefan, do you have a girlfriend? Are you talking to girls yet? And I'm sitting here thinking, no. And now, you know, maybe you look at me and say, oh, Stefan, that's because you're fucking ugly. Of course you don't have girls, okay? Now, maybe my game is bad. Who knows? I don't have social medias, okay? I don't have Snapchat, I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook, I don't have any social medias. I don't have avenues to even talk to girls. Why? Okay, well, let's talk about that. It's because I truly think, and this is my thought process, that not too long ago I was talking to my mom about how every girl in the West here is a 304, if you know what that means. Every girl who has a 304. They have no faith, they have no religion, they do not believe in God, they just go out there and party, they have no purpose in life, they're quite the opposite of the individual that I'd want to be and the individual that I would want to attract, okay? And I'm like, Mom, there's no good girls here. There's no girl reads her Bible. Okay? No girl goes to church. All these girls are partying and drinking and doing drugs, and they're not that. Those are the girls that I don't want to build a family with. Those are the girls who are going to divorce me after 2 years and steal all my money. I was like, this is not the place to be, Mom. I can't find a girl here. And then I had to reality check myself. And this is actually something I heard from, I believe it was Iman Gaji, and he was talking about how when he was young, right? He didn't have a girlfriend, but he's talking about how first you have to become somebody worthy of having a girlfriend. And I thought for a second, hold up. The girl that I want to be the mother of my children, the woman that I want to marry one day, am I even worthy of having that girl in my life right now? And I sat there and self-analyzed and said, no, I am not. I am not in a place physically, mentally, spiritually, faithfully, financially, in a place where I'm able to support and provide for the ideal perfect girl that I want. And then I realized, whoa, if I'm not even worthy of having the girl that I'd want to call my soulmate and call my wife, if I'm not even worthy of her yet, then why am I worrying about trying to find the girl? Why don't I worry about myself first and worry about leveling myself up so I'm worthy of being with the person that God's going to put me with, being worthy of being with God's daughter? Right? Like crazy. When I thought about that, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to level myself up. If I want to be with someone, George Jenko said it best on one of his podcasts. I don't know exactly what he said, but go find it somewhere. He's talking about how he was trying to just wait for the perfect girl to come. And he said, oh, once I find the perfect girl, then I'll stop doing these things. That's not how it works. And so I had to reality check myself and said, if I want to get the girl I want one day, and build that family and start that life, I have to become worthy. And so I realized in order for me to do that, right now, I have no place at all to have a girlfriend. Period. And matter of fact, I would suggest most of you, perhaps it's the same. You are not where you need to be spiritually, faithfully, physically, financially in order to actually have a girlfriend. If you cannot take care and provide for your girlfriend in every aspect of life, I do not think you should have a girlfriend. Do I think if you're young, having girlfriend lessons are great? Yes. But if you're trying to build a family and you want to really, do something cool, I do not think that if you cannot treat a girl properly, if you cannot take care and respect and treat a girl properly and respectfully, you should have no means having a girlfriend. And most of us, if we self-reflect, are not capable. I am in no way, shape, or form ready for a relationship. After I self-analyzed my first ever relationship, I realized, man, I was a fucking dick. And to my ex, if you're watching this, I apologize. Because I was in the wrong. And I did not treat you fairly. I did not treat you how I should have. And I should have treated you better. And I analyze that, and I realize that now, and that is why I am trying to become the best man that I could possibly be, so that the next girl I'm with can only have good things to say about me. Because nobody's in this world is perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. Okay, we all sin. We're all sinners. Okay, nobody in this world is perfect, but we should try our best to come as close to that as we can, and become the best version of who we could possibly be. Right? And be able to pay for those dinner dates. Be able to buy our girl whatever they want. Be able to provide for them. and make sure they have a good life. Okay? And so I personally think that if you right now are not in a place where you can, and also talk about time, when you're trying to build a business, you need a lot of time. And if you cannot dedicate a lot of time to your girlfriend, you shouldn't have a girlfriend. That's not fair to her. It's not fair to her for you to be working on your business every single day, never hanging out with her, never paying her any attention. That's not fair to her. And so therefore you shouldn't have a girlfriend because it's not even fair to her. Forget yourself. It's not fair to her to do that. And so I thought about this and I was like, man, I have a lot of work to do. If I want a girl who is far along in their faith, I need to be far along in my faith. I need to get closer to God. I have so much things to work on that, man, I could not even be more far from ready from having a girlfriend. I'm not even ready yet. There's so many things I have to learn and go through in order for me to be able to finally be ready. And so I would say that, listen, if you are somebody who's young, take these years to really learn about yourself, get closer to God, build a better relationship with just your family. So many people have broken relationships with their family. Start with that. Before you have a relationship with another girl, another human being who isn't even innately connected with you, build a good, solid relationship with all of your family. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncles, etc. Build a good relationship with them, and then build a good relationship with your friends. And then, once you've done that, well, then there's things to learn about you. Build a better relationship with God. Build a better relationships around you in your life, and become the person that you need to be in order to attract and provide and be the best possible version to the girl you want. And so therefore I think that having a girlfriend will ruin your SMMA. Now listen, there's other things. Is there pros? 1000%. There's pros. If you can find the right girl, there's so many pros. Is there cons? 1000%. Right? Like there's so much time that's needed. There's so many pros and cons to both. Okay? But if I were to give you an overarching answer, having a girlfriend will ruin your SMMA, will ruin your online business, and I do not recommend any young man to look for that. I try and I urge you to become the best version of who you are, so that when you get a girlfriend, you can treat them properly. And I'm talking not just being able to buy them things. That's not what we're talking about. Being able to treat them properly. And a lot of us as young men haven't even learned the skills and characteristics and personality traits and things in order to have a good and sustaining and meaningful and loving relationship. There's so many little things that people don't even understand. Communication. Communication is one of the biggest things about in a relationship you need to be good at. If you can't communicate, you can't have a good relationship. You need to learn how to communicate properly, effectively, and efficiently. There's so many skills we have to learn and some of the best ways to learn these skills is by building a business. Building a business is building relationships with other people. You learn so much, and there's so many things that, man, if I go back, I would do differently. There's so many things. I was a horrible communicator. As a matter of fact, I was a horrible listener. Right? If for some reason my ex ever watched this video, I was a terrible listener. I didn't listen. I was so bad at that, and that's what's caused us to have so many disagreements and arguments, because I couldn't listen. I couldn't put my ego aside and admit that, hey, I am wrong. You were right. And be able to just listen and engage and partake in a honest, okay, and calm conversation. And that's one of my biggest flaws that I have to learning it better at. Okay? So, no. I do not think that you should have a girlfriend if you have an SMMA. And I hope that this video can inspire you to perhaps become the best version of who you are, so when you get a girlfriend, you can treat them like the queen that she is. Because every girl deserves to be treated like an absolute princess. And if you are not in a place in which you could do that, I don't think you deserve to have a girlfriend. And at this point, I don't either. Single life it is. Until I can actually make sure that my girl feels like the princess that she is. So, that is all I have to say for today. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.